Hello and welcome to Miss Yusuf's English class. We are continuing with our reading of Life of Pi, and in this video I'm going to cover chapter 24, 25 and 26 because they are relatively short. Chapter 24. Ravi had a field day of it when he found out. "So, Swami Jesus, will you go on the Hajj this year?" he said, bringing the palms of his hands together in front of his face in a reverent namaskar. "Does Mecca beckon?" He crossed himself. "Or will it be to Rome for your coronation as the next Pope Pius?" He drew in the air a Greek letter, making clear the spelling of his mockery. Have you found time yet to get the end of your pecker cut off and become a Jew? At the rate you are going, if you go to temple on Thursday, mosque on Friday, synagogue on Saturday, church on Sunday, you'll need only convert to 3 more religions to be on holiday for the rest of your life. And other lampoonery of such kind. Chapter 25. And that wasn't the end of it. There are always those who take it upon themselves to defend God, as if ultimate reality, as if the sustaining frame of existence was something weak and helpless. These people walk by a widow deformed by leprosy, begging for a few paisi, walk by children dressed in rags living in the street, and they think business as usual. But if they perceive a slight against God, it's a different story. Their faces go red, their chests heave mightily, they sputter angry words. The degree of their indignation is astonishing. Their resolve is frightening. These people fail to realize that it is on the inside that God must be defended, not the outside. They should direct their anger at themselves, for evil in the open is but evil from within that has been let out. The main battlefield for good is not the open ground at the public arena, but the small clearing of each heart. Meanwhile, a lot of widows and homeless children is very hard, and it is to their defense, not God's, that the self-righteous should rush. Once an oaf chased me away from the great mosque. When I went to church, the priest glared at me so that I could not feel at the peace of Christ. A Brahmin sometimes shooed me away from darshan. My religious doings were reported to my parents in the hushed, urgent tones of treason revealed. As if the small-mindedness did God any good. To me, religion is about our dignity, not our depravity. I stopped attending Mass at Our Lady of Immaculate Conception and went instead to Our Lady of Angels. I no longer lingered after Friday prayer among my brethren. I went to temple at crowded times when the Brahmins were too distracted to come between God and me. Chapter 26. A few days after the meeting on the Esplanade, I took my courage into my hands and went to see Father at his office. "Father?" "Yes, Pisin?" "I would like to be baptized and I would like a prayer rug." My words intruded slowly. He looked up from his papers after some seconds. "A what? What?" "I would like to pray outside without getting my pants dirty, and I'm attending a Christian school without having received a proper baptism of Christ." "Why do you want to pray outside? In fact, why do you want to pray at all?" "Because I love God." Aha. He seemed taken aback by my answer, nearly embarrassed by it. There was a pause, and I thought he was going to offer me ice cream again. "Well, Petit Seminaire is Christian only in name. There are many Hindu boys there who aren't Christians. You'll get just as good an education without being baptized. Praying to Allah won't make a difference either." "But I want to pray to Allah, and I want to be Christian." "You can't be both. You must either be one or the other." "Why can't I be both?" "Because they're separate religions. They have nothing in common." "That's not what they say. They both claim Abraham as theirs. Muslims says the God of the Hebrews, and Christians is the same as the God of the Muslims. They recognize David and Moses and Jesus as prophets." "What does this have to do with us, Pisin? We're Indians." "There have been Christians and Muslims in India for centuries. Some people say Jesus is buried in Kashmir." He said nothing. He only looked at me, his brow furrowed. Suddenly, business called. "Talk to Mother about it." She was reading. "Mother?" "Yes, darling." "I would like to be baptized and I would like a prayer rug." "Talk to your father about it." "I did. He told me to talk to you about it." "Did he?" She laid her book down. She looked out in the direction of the zoo. At that moment, I'm sure father felt a blow of chill air against the back of his neck. She turned to the bookshelf. I have a book here that you'll like. She already had her arm out, reaching for a volume. It was Robert Louis Stevenson. This was her usual tactic. I've already read that, mother, 3 times. Oh. Her arm hovered to the left. The same with Conan Doyle, I said. Her arm swung to the right. R.K. Narayan? You can't possibly have read all of Narayan. These matters are important to me, mother. Robinson Crusoe? Mother! But Piscine, she said. She settled back into her chair, the path of least resistance look on her face, which meant I had to put up a stiff fight in precisely the right spots. She adjusted a cushion. Father and I find your religious zeal a bit of a mystery. It is a mystery. I don't mean it that way. Listen, my darling. If you're going to be religious, you must be either a Christian or a Hindu or a Muslim. You heard what they said on the Esplanade. I don't see why I can't be all 3. Mama G has 2 passports. He's Indian and French. Why can't I be a Hindu and a Christian and a Muslim? That's different. France and India are nations on earth. How many nations are there in the sky? She thought for a second. 1. That's the point. 1 nation, 1 passport. 1 nation in the sky? Yes, or none. There's that option too, you know. These are terribly old-fashioned things you've taken to. If there's only 1 nation in the sky, shouldn't all passports be valid for it? A cloud of uncertainty came over her face. Babu Gandhi said, Yes, I know what Babu Gandhi said. She brought her hand to her forehead. She had a weary look, Mother did. Good grief, she said.